Welcome everyone. In today's video what I'd like to do is talk a little bit about how to find notes on your guitar. So hopefully the first thing that you're familiar with is your chromatic scale. And the chromatic scale is just a simple way of saying all of the notes in music. Now we actually have 12 notes in music. We have A sharp, B, C, C sharp, D, D sharp, E, F, F sharp, G, G sharp, and then it starts back over at A. However, we have some notes that are considered enharmonic. That's a little phrase you might want to know. Enharmonic. So enharmonic just means one note with two names. So for example, we can also count notes in flats. So for example, A, B flat, B, C, D flat, D, E flat, E, F, G flat, G, A flat, A, and then that's it. So we have our chromatic scale written in sharps, and then we have it written in flats. So you get your choice of which way you want to use. There's a purpose behind both of them, so let's not get into that. But let's just know that you need to know both of them. You want to know the order. Now, if you look at the chromatic scale in sharps, you'll notice that there's a couple of notes missing. For example, we don't have a B sharp, and we don't have an E sharp. And if you look at the chromatic scale in flats, you'll also notice that we don't have an we don't have a C flat, and we don't have an F flat, and those correspond, right? No E sharp, no F flat. Same note, it's completely missing. We don't have a B sharp, we don't have a C flat, same note, completely missing. It's just the way it is. You just have to memorize it. It's been like that for 300-400 years. Just don't rock the boat. So that's how those are the notes. That's what we call the chromatic scale. So let's actually discover what those are all about. So an A sharp is exactly the same note as a B flat, exactly the same. A D sharp is exactly the same as an E flat. Let's go ahead and kind of discover that a little bit. Okay, so as we're playing our guitar, the way that we want to find notes on the guitar is we just kind of count it, we kind of correspond it to our frets. So for example, if this is an E, which this is my big E string, right? So this is E, so that would make this one F, F sharp, G, G sharp, A sharp, B, C, C sharp, D, D sharp, and then back to E again as I get to the 12th fret. Hey, what do we know? Earlier we said that there's 12 notes, and what do you know? That the 12th fret has two dots on it. It's to kind of remind you that, hey, guess what? This is where it all starts over. So let's do that again. Counting on the 6th string, I want you to count with me. E, so E is open. People make a really big mistake by thinking that E is on fret 1. It's not, it's open. So E is open, and then I have F, because there's no E sharp, F sharp, G, G sharp, A sharp, B, C, no B sharp, C sharp, D, D sharp, and then finally back to E again. So those are the 12 notes that I have. Let's go ahead and count that out in flats and see how that would look. E, F, so that's not changing, G flat, G, A flat, A, B flat, B, C, D flat, D, E flat, and then back to E. Okay, so let's kind of think about some of this. E, F, F sharp, G, G flat. So it sort of depends on which direction I'm going or how I want to approach it, but this can be considered F sharp, and it can also be considered G flat. So F to F sharp or G to G flat. You need to be accustomed to both ways, because if somebody says, hey, play a G flat minor, and you're going, what's a G flat minor? And you go, oh, it's an F sharp minor. Oh, I know that chord. You got to know both ways. You just need to know what they mean. So let's do a couple of different ones. This particular note is a B. If I go backwards, we're going to call it a B flat. This is an A. If I go forwards, we're going to call it an A sharp. B flat, A sharp. A sharp, B flat. Same note. Here's a G. This one's a little tricky. G to G sharp, A, no H in music, A to A flat. G, G sharp, A flat. Okay, so hopefully you got kind of a decent understanding about that. If not, you want to go back and start it over. Now the next step in getting some of the notes down on your fretboard is to memorize some very key places. Now your guitar is going to have 6 strings, and many guitars will have up to 24 frets. Too many. I don't know what 6 times 24 is, but it's a big number. It's probably 144 notes. You can't memorize that, it's too much. So what you do need to do is just memorize a few select places on your guitar. One, you need to memorize the 6th string and the 5th string. If you do that, you get the 1st string for free. Why? Because this is a big E and this is a little e. It's the same notes, you know, a couple octaves apart, but the same notes, right? So if I know that this is an A, this is also an A. Hey, if this is a C sharp, this is also a C sharp. Kind of cool. Now what you need to know is memorize, what I would suggest is memorizing where just the natural notes are at. E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E. Those are considered natural notes because they don't have sharps or don't have flats. And so it doesn't take a rocket scientist to go, if this is an F and then this is a G, what note would this be? Let's think about this. Well, I can call it F sharp or G flat. Okay? So that's the next step, is trying to memorize some of the notes on the fretboard. I'm going to play a few notes on my guitar. I want you to try to guess. Let's see how this goes. See if you can figure out this note. Oh, by the way, I'm going to do all of these on the 6th string only. So this note up here. What note is this? This is a G sharp. How about this one? That's a B. Let's try this one. F sharp. A. C sharp. Okay, hopefully that kind of makes sense. Now, that's when I'm counting from the 6th string. If I count from the 5th string, it's going to be the same idea, but the only difference is that when I count from the 5th string, I have to start with an A, and that's really important because the name of the 5th string is an A, right? E, A, D, G, B, E. Elvis ate dynamite, goodbye Elvis. So if I wanted to figure out the name of this note, which happens to be on my 5th string, my A string, I have to start from A. So let's take the chromatic scale starting from A. We can do sharps or flats. I'm a little more comfortable with sharps, so we're just going to do that. So this is going to be A. Remember, the A is open. This note would be what? A sharp. Then B. C. And then C sharp. And so that would be the name of my note. If I wanted to figure out the name of this note down here, okay, so this is on my 3rd string, and E, A, D, G, so the 3rd string is called G, so we're going to start from G is open, G, and then G sharp, A sharp, B, C. I think that's what I played, the 5th fret. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and place a few notes around the fretboard. I want you to figure out what they are, so just figure out where the note is at first, pause the video, try to find the note, see if your answer was correct. Let's see, let's do this note. So here I'm on the 4th string at the 5th fret. This is my D string. What's the name of this one? Go ahead and pause the video. Okay, so hopefully what you came up with is that this is a G. Let's try another one. So now I'm on my 3rd string, right? I'm on the 3rd string from the bottom, which is a G string. So from the G string, what note would this be? And hopefully you came up with that's a D sharp or an E flat. Either way is correct. Let's try 3 or 4 more. I'm on string 2, which is also called B. So the name of this note would be it's a D. Good job. Let's do a few more. Still on the 2nd string, but this time I'm at fret 10. Now there's 2 ways of doing this particular note. You could either count all the way from 0 to 10, I don't recommend that, or you can kind of get wise about it and count from 12 back to 10, because we know that 12 is the same thing, right? We know that there's 12 notes in the chromatic scale. So here at the 12th fret I have E, A, D, G, B, E. E, A, D, G, B, E, just like I have over here, E, A, D, G, B, E. So counting to 10 would make me do this, B, B flat, A. Oh, that's a whole lot easier than counting from 0. Or I could do B, A sharp, and then A. Either way, whatever's going to work for you. One more. I want you to figure out the name of this note. And hopefully you got that worked out. That's on the D string at fret 8, right? So here's fret 7. You can see the double dots on my guitar, so this is fret 8. So the D string at fret 8, hopefully you got that worked out to be an A sharp. So that is a little bit how to find notes on the fretboard of your guitar, which is a really important thing to do. We'll learn more about that in the next few videos. So thank you very much for watching. Please comment, rate, favorite, subscribe, and most of all, share with your friends. Thank you.